guy for me, in terms of the transfer guys, and I wasn't all in on him at first. I think part of that was because he was injured. It's Trey Benson, man. Trey Benson, to me, I see running back one written all over him. This is a guy who his speed is elite to me. Once we saw him in full go in the spring game, really being able to put together consistent series, get consistent play time on the field, he just unleashed his ability. And I think it's going to be very similar to the structure that they had last season, where Corbin, he was running back one, but you had Corbin Ward and Lawrence Toafili and these other guys in their support role, right, to do some of the things that Corbin maybe didn't do as well. I think for me, the way I see Benson fitting in is they'll use him in the tosses, they'll use him in the counters. Any way you can get him outside the tackles and get him moving in space so he can use that speed, they're going to figure out a way to get him there. So that is going to be his role, and I think he's going to get even more yards, touches, and scores than a guy like Corbin had last year. And then you go to Corbin Ward. He's going to be more of your in-between-the-tackles guy for me. He's going to be in the red zone, more of a thumper. That's what I see happening. And I think for Trey Benson, I mentioned with Jared Verse, right? Multiple years you're going to be getting Jared Verse. You're going to get him for not just a one-and-done, senior season. Yeah. Trey Benson's the same boat. You're going to get a lot of production, I believe, out of him over his whole FSU career. And I think this is the type of guy that's going to be coming on strong this season. And then by next season or even the year after, he's going to be maybe not quite Cam Akers at Dalvin Cook, but just below that for me in terms of the production we're seeing out of Trey Benson. I have high expectations.
Those are great 2 points. You get two guys on offense and defense for a couple of years. And, you don't have those one-and-dones like you had, primarily with Jermaine Johnson on the defensive side. On the offensive side, you get Benson, who really just once arriving, that was the biggest thing for us once getting to be there when media was allowed to see these guys walk in. Trey Benson, that's a big boy. That's a big boy. But my biggest question was, can he move? Does he have a burst? And he does have that second, maybe even a third gear. We got to see it in the spring game too, and how I think Florida State's going to utilize him a bit. Everything was pretty generalized for our viewing, but you got to see what Benson can do and open space, and that wasn't really what maybe we were expecting. We thought maybe he could come in and be maybe that bigger back, as maybe we thought DJ Williams was going to be. Which, by the way, DJ Williams is no longer a bowling ball. He's a little mini guy now.
Yeah. He's shredded, man. He's shredded.
Compared to Campbell and now Trey Benson, those are your two big backs. I think Benson is probably my guy.